Hi everyone, I'm Evangeline here at eTrailer. Today we have the SeaSucker Waste Bag holder. This is going to be a vacuum cup mounted holder that you can attach to either your boat, your trailer, your vehicle. That way when you're out and about and you need to dispose of your trash and things like that, you have something really easy and accessible. Now you can have, or you have two different options. One is without any additions to it, so you can use it with your own waste bags, plastic bags, things like that. Or you can also get the recycle bag from SeaSucker. I highly recommend this one, and there's a lot of reasons to that. So let's go take a look at why you might be interested in a vacuum cup mounted waste holder. I currently have the size large, which again includes the large waste bag, but you can also get it in the size small. So the large one is going to be ideal for if you have trailers, for your large boats, if you have a big group of people on your camping trip. I personally use the small version with the waste bag because that's what I attach to my kayak whenever I go on trips. Then I can dispose things inside that waste bag but still be able to go out and about and go float. This would also fit on my kayak, but I think it is a little bit on the larger side, which could be a good thing for your different trips. So I was able to hang out with the SeaSucker team at one of the conventions that they were at, and one thing that I noticed was that this was probably the most popular item at the booth. Their waistband holders were selling out just like that. And the reason for that is because when you are on trips and you are on adventures, you're thinking about your overlanding rig, you're thinking about your vehicle and your trailer setup. What you don't really think about a lot of times is, what are you gonna do with your trash and your waste? What's gonna be a good way to collect it and then dispose of it later on after your trip? So this definitely is a solution to a lot of those questions and a lot of those problems. Not really something you think about all the time, but once you see it, you're like, why didn't I think about that first? If you're not familiar with the SeaSucker brand, well, they are a brand that use their own vacuum cups in a bunch of different applications. Like I have a hand grip, I have a recovery board grip there, and this is gonna be our waste bag mount. So while they have different brackets to them, their function is just the same. This one has two 4.5-inch wide vacuum cups. So not suction cups, but vacuum cups because they utilize a vacuum plunger. When you want to attach this to a surface, take off these caps, but do not throw them away. This is not packaging, but it's rather a protective cap for those vacuum cups. So that way, if you're going to store inside your garage or in your trailer, this is protected. We're going to push this up against a flat, even surface. I'm going to push against the pump or against the cup, and then I'm going to depress that plunger. So as I depress it, this creates a vacuum, which then creates our strong grip. If you find that you may struggle with getting a good seal, some things you may want to do is just clean off your surface, make sure there's no debris on there. You can also apply water around the cup edges, and that will help with creating that seal. Now we attach our bag. I'm going to assume that you got the recycle waste bag just because it actually is a really good bag. It is made out of recycled materials. It has a mesh to it, and the thing about the mesh bag is, I don't know where you are, but here in Missouri, when I like to go kayaking, in my area, it's actually required that if I do have a waste bag, it has to be mesh so that the water can flow through it. They don't want plastic bags floating down the stream. And I agree with that. That just makes it a lot easier to use. And even if I get the kit with the mesh bag, I can just not use the mesh bag and use my own plastic bag when I'm just using this to go out camping. So what I'm doing is I'm taking off these covers, and then I'm going to place the bag in and around our hoop. This large waistband has a 12-inch by 7-inch opening. So even if you don't want to use the recycle bag, you'll be able to fit most garbage bags, plastic bags, trash bags in this opening. So what I'm doing is I'm just fitting it up and through. I'm then going to get one of those caps and that is going to secure those ends. So you do have to kind of like find the groove where that cap fits over. It's not the easiest at first, but once it's on there, it's super secure. This will prevent your bag from flying around in the wind, from getting caught on things and pulled away, and just keep everything neat and contained. So you can see how quick and easy it is to set up. For me, usually when I'm out camping with friends, I always forget about where do we put all of our trash until we all have trash in our hands. And being able to set this up pretty much anywhere at the campsite, on a vehicle or a trailer, or even on the boat means that everything does stay contained and it's easier to dispose of after the adventure. Now, side note or side tip is those plastic caps, since you shouldn't be throwing them away, a good spot that you could put them in is right over here around the waste bag. Since you're not throwing this bag away, this is going to be a safe spot so that when you do take this off of your vehicle or trailer, you're able to cap them. I mentioned how I prefer the smaller waste bag holder for my kayak, and the reasoning for that is just because I don't really have a flat mounting surface that's as ideal for these two suction cups. So measuring from the end of one suction cup to the other, I have it at around 12.5 inches, and that's from the furthest point. Now, once I do have that secured to a spot, this is gonna sit around 11 inches out. So we measure from the wall to the end of that band. So it does take up a little bit of space on your camping or trailer trips, but nothing too crazy, and also a lot more convenient than having to find a spot where you can tie a waste bag around. The main thing at this point is, which one of these do you think will be a better fit for your adventures? Would you want the large waste bag holder? Do you want it in the color black or the color white? Or do you want the smaller one, where also available in black and white, might provide a smaller area, but would be able to fit in even more locations? So hopefully this video just showed you how this works, how you might use it, helped you decide on if you need the waste bag or not, or if you want to use your own garbage bags, which is totally an option for you. SeaSucker provides the vacuum cup mounts. From this point onwards, the decision is where is the best fit for you and how will you best use this. So hopefully this video helped you out. This was a look at the SeaSucker waste bag holder, size large, at eTrailer. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed the journey.